All right, well, welcome in. We're back in a trailer outside of Oceanside Ice Arena. I got Mr. OxyPow. I got Jay Hinnant with me. Jay, welcome back in.
Thank you very much.
You called me because you've got some really exciting things going on with OxyPow and some new things that you're doing. So let's jump right into it. Tell me what's new and exciting with OxyPow.
Yep. So OxyPow still sanitizes gear and provides a product for our athletes to use to keep it deodorized, keep the odor eliminated. That's all the same. We've added a couple new fragrances, which you'll see. We're keeping that. That's still good. But a lot of our clients have come to us in the last year and said, could you do this? Have you thought about this? You know, I live way out here, that kind of thing. So taking our mobile concept a little bit further, we've now added a couple new services for our customers. So, you know, you bring your gear to me and say, oh, I need laces. Well, I can supply you with laces. Or you don't have any tape left, you're going out of town, I can supply you with tape. I can also now sharpen skates. So pretty much full service, kind of being your equipment manager. That was kind of our goal. We will do everything but protective and apparel for our customers, and we will be able to support a player, team, association, you name it. So that's kind of the idea.
Okay, that sounds like a great start. Now, for the people that love the OxyPow, I hear you got a couple new new fragrances too, right?
Yeah, I just came out with them. Fresh and clean. You know, everybody loves fresh and clean, so
sure,
that's gonna stay. But you know me. I get at 2 in the morning. I come up with some stuff. A lot of people like the original Savage.
Yeah.
So I brought back Savage Musk.
Okay.
And then I also brought a new one. This one was for my younger clients. They wanted something sweeter, something fruity. So I made a new one called Bubblegum Mojito. It's a mixture. You know how all the fragrances come alike. So I like this certain gum called Orbits. And Orbits has this flavor called Bubble Mint. So this is what Bubble Mint smells like. And then Savage Musk smells like our Savage. So these are the two new ones.
Okay.
They're available. You can get them online at any of the pro shops in town. We have them. Those are the two new fragrances. So I'll try not to come out with 24. I'll just do a little bit at a time.
Well, I know one thing that's always been popular is our good friend Jordan the goalie, Jobo the goalie.
Yes.
She likes that vanilla.
And she gets her vanilla. Yes, I will make, and I can do that. I mean, I've made coconut lime for the Corpus Christi Ice Rays of the Null.
Right.
That's their scent. That's what they like. So when they call me, that's what I make them. So I can still do all of the fragrances that I've done in the past, but for broad scale, big scale stuff, you know, we have to keep it somewhat limited.
Absolutely. Let's take a quick break. Let's come back and show us that new Spark skate sharpener you have.
Awesome.
All right, folks, we're back. We're at the OxyPow trailer. I've got Jay Hinnant with me still, and Jay's going to show us the new Spark skate sharpener. So take it away, Jay. Tell us a little bit about it, how it works.
Okay, so Sparks has come out with a commercial machine. They call it the PS100. For the last couple months, I've been testing it. I've done skates myself on the Blade Master, you know, for a couple years manually. It's kind of hard to move. It's like a 3,000-pound machine. Doesn't move well. Most of my clients move.
Right.
They need the ability for me to be mobile. So I had to find a solution that I could bring with me to facilitate sharpening skates, repairing skates, cross-grinding skates, all of those things. So this is what I've come up with. Almost every NHL team uses one of these. The Boston Bruins just did a big documentary about how great and how much they love theirs, and I'll tell you, it's not quite set it and forget it. There's a couple steps before you start sharpening, but it really doesn't take very long. You can set them up. People use these at home. They have a home-based version that you can use at home. These things, they're just great. Minimal work needed. Couple steps to follow every time, and you'll get a perfect sharpening every time. Take it from someone who has done imperfect sharpenings. I know what an imperfect sharpening looks like, and I can tell you these are perfect.
I've done that many moons ago when I used to do this same thing, so I know what you're talking about. So tell us what makes it a perfect skate sharpening.
So the one thing that this machine does that a human cannot do is on the manual machines, a human has to pass the steel on the stone, and it's impossible for us to keep even pressure, even consistent pressure touching the sharpening stone. This machine is consistent pressure every single cycle of every single pass. So there's no chatter, there's no waves, there's nothing. Sometimes when you've gotten your skates back, and hopefully I didn't do them, but sometimes when you got your skates back, you see a little wave on the bottom, and when you're out there skating, you're like, wow, the ice is really rough today. That's not the ice. That just means that on the final pass that the sharpener was doing, the guy didn't keep consistent pressure. It's not that you got a bad sharpening, it's just that final pass has to be like smooth as glass. So that's what this thing provides. It's consistent every single time. I have thrown mangled steel into it. I have sharpened brand new steel in it. I've sharpened loose steel, figure skates, everything. And every single time it comes out almost perfect. What I mean almost is there's only two things you have to do. One is align the wheel at the very beginning, takes a couple, a minute, and then you have to measure and make sure that the height of the wheel where it touches the horizontal of the steel, where your edge starts, you just got to make sure that that's lined up. Then you're ready to go. That's the only two things you have to do with this machine to start sharpening. And then you can change the wheel, the grinding wheel in there. You can change that to up to 12 different hollows and 4 different flat bottom hollows. So you can not only I can do standard radius hollows, and I can also do all the flat bottom ones as well. So it's pretty cool. You can do a lot of cool things with this. I can even cross grind skates back down to the base. It's a lot of functionality. Everything I could do on the Blade Master, I can do on this.
Very good.
Yeah.
All right, let's see it in action.
Okay, so make sure, they'll tell you, make sure you always tuck in the laces. Then you basically put the clamp, push the clamp down, insert the skate centered. Now this has 90 pounds of force. So I could literally lift the skate by the skate and pull the whole machine up.
Okay.
It's snug as a bug. Then you lock in the holder like so, lights green, select the number of passes. Typically you do 4, and what that means is 4 cycles is 8 passes. 1 down, 2 back, 3 down, 4 back. So we'll just do 2 so I can show you what it looks like. And you literally hit the play button. It's that simple. So what you'll do if you come down here, you'll see the grinding wheel. It starts at the horizontal because I've already aligned it. And now it's just grinding, it's putting the edge hollow that I selected, that's a 1/2 inch wheel, into the skate blade. And then it comes back and it's consistent pace, consistent pressure all the way through, from front to back, from toe to heel.
And the beauty of that is the skate sits still, right? I mean,
skate never moves.
Yeah, so you're not moving the skate like you would traditionally.
I could be having a bad day and really be pushing too hard on steel if I was doing it manually. With this, there's no human impact on it whatsoever. So that was
Pre-game like a pro, post-game like a champion at College Bar and Grill. Located across the street from the iconic A Mountain and Sun Devil Stadium and a quick walk from Wells Fargo Arena, College Bar and Grill is your home for the best local craft beer, delicious creative cocktails, tasty food, and Tempe's best atmosphere for Arizona State athletics. College Bar and Grill. Pre-game like a pro, post-game like a champion. Online at ilovecollege.co.
Open up the release clamp, take the skate out, always check the level, they supply you with a leveler. This makes sure that the height of your edges is consistent and equal from front to back. So you put the magnetized level on, center it, and you're basically looking for that, where the 2 lines are perfectly symmetrical with each other. Then that's the back, so let's go and then we'll check the front. And I do this on every pair of skates every single time to make sure that it's perfectly level front to back. That's how you check. A lot of people do the old bird dog. That doesn't do anything. I saw a guy in Canada, he took a quarter and he's like, okay, if it slides, it'll stay,
Yeah.
But everybody's got their own way.
Right.
So the edges are done. They're smooth, they're clean. Now you have to deburr it. Deburring it means basically when the stone passes on it, it leaves a little rough bits of steel on the side. So all you got to do is smooth these off, and that's what gives you the nice smooth stride. That's a medium coarse stone. This is called an Arkansas stone. It's really fine, getting those last little bit of burrs out. Really, it's a super fine stone, specifically designed for this final, you know, kind of pass. Then I just take it, wipe it, and clean as glass.
Very nice.
Perfectly hollowed, you know, right to the edge of horizontal. And that is an edge anyone can skate on.
So what's been the feedback so far from what you've done? What have people said about it? What they like about it?
When will you be home, and how soon can I come over? No, they love it. I mean, that took, you know, on 4 passes, it's probably about 1.5 minutes to do one. So I can sharpen your skates in less than 5 minutes.
Right.
And you're ready to go. And when I say that, I mean, you're ready to go. Like, you can just put them on and out you go. I can sharpen your extra steel. I don't need your boot. You can send me your steel. I don't need you. I can sharpen it up, send it back to you. I mean, everything. I've got punch cards. People are like, oh, you need to get a punch card. So now I have punch cards. So you buy a punch card for $50 and you get 5 sharpenings and your 6th one's free. And you don't have to worry about keeping the card. I'll keep it for you. But yeah, it seems to work. I mean, it works great. I mean, I've done my kids. I've done most of their teammates. And it's great. You know, nothing can replace the repair capabilities of a full pro shop. I'm not a full pro shop. I don't carry protective. I don't carry sticks or any of that. I'm the guy that's available when those places aren't.
Right.
And you know, when I do have my own gear cleaning clients, and now they're using this part of it as well. But I'm that after guy. Like, you know, we've got great pro shops in the valley. They do great work, great value. I'm the other guy when you like at 10 o'clock when there's men's league. Yeah. Those guys go home. You know, they've been working 10 hours. So that would be me. I'd be the guy that could take care of your skates for you, or you know, get you a quick roll of tape, or you know, busted a lace. You know, that kind of thing. Okay,
let's talk a little bit about pricing. What does it cost to sharpen a pair of skates?
Okay, so to sharpen skates with us on a punch card, it works out to $8 a sharpening, and you get 1 free after 5. Okay. If you just come to me right off, you know, just right off the ice, it's $10 for hockey skates, $15 for figure skates. If you need an initial sharpening, which means you have brand new steel, we have to cross grind it down, level it out, and put an edge on it. That's $15 for hockey. Figure skates is $20. Like I said, take, you know, with nobody waiting, under 5 minutes.
Very nice. And then talk about your mobility. You told me off camera that you're not only going to be here in the Phoenix, Tempe area, but there's some other areas where you're going to be too.
Yeah, people have been asking me forever to come up to Flag, and can you come down to Tucson? And while you're here, can you do this and that? So now with this capability, I can be their equipment manager, and I can go to Flag. I can go down to Tucson, and I can get their skates ready, sharpen all their steel, get them the laces, whatever they need, and just make it more convenient for them. Save them time, save them money, and go down them. And I think that I can do a really good job at serving those outer groups, you know, the NAUs and the Tucson guys in Tucson, you know, and while I'm there, get their gear done all at the same time, you know, like one-stop shop.
So now you got the OxyPow, you got the tape, the laces, the accessories like that, you got the skate sharpener. Why not come out with a new logo as well, huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, no one told me that an owl couldn't smell, so I'm like, wow, that's really not a good logo for me. So yeah, we put together a brand new logo. Looks cool on jerseys, you know, Grizzly. Right. And I don't think anybody in town had picked a bear yet, so, you know, I was pretty happy about it, except for Basha Perry. They grabbed him, but no, no one told me about the owl thing until it was too late. So when someone did tell me that, I'm like, well, that's not really going to work for my company, because we're kind of a smell-oriented company. So we switched it around. It's, you know, it's still the same OxyPow logo in terms of OxyPow, the brand. And like I said, we have our partners now with Howie's and Sparks and ProGuard for our accessories and so forth. And like I said, these are what I'm trying to do, is just enhance and add some value to my customers, and help them get everything they need done faster, sooner, and be more mobile for them, you know, and get to them and make the time work best for them.
Let's talk a little bit about ProGuard. I know you got some ProGuard skate guards there that that are important as well. Once you got a skate that's sharpened, you want to keep them that way as long as you can, right?
Absolutely, yeah. The thing with those soakers, blade covers, whatever you call them, whatever you want to call them, blade mates, the idea for those is not really to pull the moisture off. The idea is that your skates are dry before you put them in there. That's to protect the other items in your bag from your edge of your steel. Yep. You don't want to cut your $120 sweater, your jersey, on your skates. So that's what you use those for. In addition, I don't know if you saw Facebook, but I have some new ones that you'll be getting to hand out to all of the OxyPow Fantastic Friday winners that are custom. Walking, you can walk in them. So those will be coming out soon. Those are upgraded. Those are like the super blade mates with the OxyPow, logo and Silky Grip logo, and you get a little space for your number and name. So when you see them in your teammate's bag, you'll know they're yours.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that ever happens.
No,
right?
It never happens. So I mean, we carry little stuff. I've got a helmet repair kit, and you can, when we go around and look, I've got some blister guards, some honing stones. That little stuff that you get to the rink. It's 10 o'clock. And oh man, I've got an edge. I got sweet sticks. I can't get this out. Pro shop's closed. Oh well, Jay's here. Cool.
Yep. I'm gonna guess tournaments are gonna be a big thing for you as well.
Yeah. A lot of the tournaments ask me, now that I have this capability, if I can go to the hotels. Like, the teams can contact me in advance. I go to the hotel they're staying in, bring my equipment, bring my stuff with me, take care of them all, so that they have a 6 a.m. game at the rink. Games start at 6, some end at 10. That I can be that overlap kind of guy to help them. So yeah, I mean, that's kind of going to be my role at tournaments. Just be the guy to go to maybe the teams themselves directly and take care of their sharpening needs and minor accessory needs, and get them to the rink, and then the pro shops can take them from there.
Okay, so people that don't know the OxyPow, and you'd have to be under a rock here, at least in the desert Southwest, to not know about your product, but walk me through this trailer and what's all in here.
Okay.
You go ahead and walk on through, and I'll follow you.
All right.
And you can tell me what the process is and how things happen.
Okay, so basically everything OxyPow does from a sanitizing of gear standpoint is using ozone. Ozone is it's oxygen that has one more molecule of oxygen, so it's supercharged. It's really strong stuff. Those generators on the wall there, they create ozonated water that goes into the washing machine, the washer. I only need 5 gallons of ozonated water to clean your gear.
Okay.
So it's water conscious, and all the water, even with detergent or anything else in the water, when it comes out of the drain, you can drink it. It's potable. Even after cleaning your disgusting gear, it's potable. So those generate ozone, fill the wash tanks. The wash runs them, drains them out, dries them, spins them and dries them. And then when that's done, the second step is I put them into these cabinets, which are fed by ozonated gas from the outside. I hang the equipment up in here, close it, and then the ozone gas gets in between the fabric, gets in between all of the layers of material, soft plastics, all that, and it gets anything that could possibly be left that's organic, decomposing, smell it, whatever. Takes care of it there, and then it dries out your gear. That's why I need it overnight, because that process takes about 4 hours just to dry, because if you dry it too fast, you can affect the plastic, and you don't want to do that. So you take your time, you let it dry slowly overnight, and then it's ready to go. It's odor-free, bacteria-free. The dry wicking of the synthetic fabric is still intact, so everything's good. So that's what these are. So it's the wet side over here and dry side over here. Once that's done, I rebag your gear. You come pick it up, or I drop it off, and I see you in about a month.
Okay, so me not being the expert that you are, when people ask me about OxyPow, I always tell them, let me see your glove. Because the glove, and you've told me this last year, is the stinkiest, most germ-filled thing.
Yes.
Probably even more than your skate. Am I correct?
80% of the infections that take place of hockey players come from their hands or their feet. That's because the ends of the fingers and the toe caps down in those dark areas where no air gets, that's what breeds all the harmful bacteria. When that stuff starts breaking down, that's what creates all the bad odor. So you think about, in the course of a game, you take your glove off, you wipe your face, you do all these fun things, and you stick your hand right back in the glove. You don't sit there with Purell and clean them. You just whoop right back in. We all do that. So all of those germs and all that stay in there. Well, not a lot of sunlight or UV or anything healthy, even fresh air, gets in there. So that just breeds and breeds and breeds. That's why your gloves smell horrible, and that's why when you take your gloves off, throw them in the bag, go hug mom after the game, she pushes you away because you may have showered, but your hands still smell like a dead body.
Right.
So knowing all of these things and having great test group here in Arizona, that's how we came up with a solution using ozone that would take care of that smell, take care of that bacteria generation, and get rid of that odor, so when guys go to hug mom, they'll hug them. Or they can drive home with the windows up and the AC on.
Right.
That was that was kind of the premise. If it checked both of those boxes, we had a winner.
Very good. Yeah. All right. Have I missed anything along the lines?
No, that's pretty much new. If you have any questions, you can always reach out to the show, reach out to me directly. We're still excited. We love doing the OxyPow Fantastic Fridays, so we can't wait for the season to start. And yeah, like I said, if you have any questions about gear sanitizing or sharpening or mobile skate sharpening services, just hit me up on my website or text me on the number and I'll be more than happy to set something up for you.
All right, as I wrap up this special, Sunday special, I want to tell you thank you, because I've had so many good people tell me that they really like the Fantastic Fridays. For those that don't know, every Friday during the hockey season, we ask people to give us nominations.
I only did it once. I only cheated one time.
If we don't get enough, we just monitor all the games that are played. It's kind of cool because it's a Friday thing.
Yep.
And when you look at some of the guys, maybe Friday hasn't been their strong point.
That's
but
right.
I've had guys tell me that they now want to be on the Fantastic Friday.
Yeah. Yep.
And we make them a little card. We put your logo on it. We give them a little baseball style card and some publicity with it. And of course, the product is always a nice
they'll
thing
get some
for them
swag.
as well.
This year, I'm going to be giving them the custom skate covers.
Yep.
Everybody can use that, and then new hats with the new logo and some spray, of course.
Yep.
So yeah, I was never first star, second star, or anything. So I think it's cool. Like, I think it's fun to put the effort in during the week, play on Friday night, and have a good, solid effort. You don't have to have all the most goals or any of that stuff. You just put in a really good game, 60 minutes. You played well. You supported the team. You were awesome, and you get something for it. Like, it hardly ever happens, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I love doing it because I get a ton of guys who will text me or direct message me off the Twitter, the tweets that you send out about it, and I love it. And makes me, I feel cool about it. So I like it. It's fun.
Jay, it's always great to sit down and visit. Always nice to talk hockey with you and talk new things. And I got one thing that I'm going to say that I think people should be aware of is you're going to be really busy very soon. So
yeah.
I hope people can reach out to you and give your schedule a little bit of.
I have a scheduling app.
That's possible.
There's a scheduling app, so we'll get everybody taken care of.
All right, it's been a pleasure as always.
Awesome.
Always nice to step in and see in the middle of summer some hockey stuff going on, right?
Absolutely. Hockey's year round. I love it.
And I always ask you, and I would never end a conversation with you to ask again about the growth that you've seen in hockey in Arizona. Could you have ever imagined in the last 4 or 5 years, especially, what's happened around here?
I mean, GCU just put up an inline rink sponsored by the Coyotes. There's a new sheet or 2 sheets going out at the 303 and I-17 or something. Like, it's insane. ASU's, it's awesome. Like, as a fan, I'm a fan first, so this is all cool. This is how an old guy who can't really play can stay involved in the game. So that's what I do. But just the number of youth players, and we had the Titans start last year. That's a whole new travel program. We had the 18s from Mission get to this national final and runners up. We're serious. Like, it's starting. Little howlers, the little guys are getting more and more, and then you see them when they get to 18. We're competitive now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
West Coast hockey is legit, and we've got tons of talent in this town, and it's staying because of ASU's D1 program. It's awesome. 5 years ago when I started it, I started this in 2012, and it was me and you and like 15 other people.
Right.
And now 5-6 years later, it's me, you, and 50,000 other people.
That's exactly what we were trying to do, right?
Yeah, so I think we're doing a good job. No, but it's fun to watch. Everything's getting super competitive. We can be discussed on the national stage. Pinnacle made it to the quarters in D1 of nationals. It's awesome. Like that, and that's where you need to be. Like, that's where you need to have it happen, because all of that good fortune then comes back in, and then the house programs get bigger. And the guys from the house program are ready now to start travel. And then the travel guys can go off to juniors, and they're getting recruited even early. Because guys want that West Coast coaching mentality. You know, they want that speed game, they want that hands game. So I'm excited. I mean, in USA hockey in general. I mean, think about my bracket's toast, but I mean, there's not one Canadian team left in the NHL tournament.
Right. What did that say about American hockey, right?
I think we're doing something right. I mean, it's good. It's in the USA team, you know, they made it to the shootout, and I mean, but here at home, it's fun. Like, I can't wait to now get up to Tucson, or get up to Flagmore, get down to Tucson. I mean, I get the pulse here, but I want to start like you, get the pulse on the north and south of the state, and really, you know, really kind of be that service provider for everybody. And I got to get down there to do that, and I'm excited because Tucson's growing. Flagstaff is growing, you know, very large travel program, high school program, the club teams for NAU. So yeah, I'm excited. There's always hockey. There's always somewhere to go.
Absolutely. I hear your phone ringing, so that means that people are definitely interested in OxyPow and everything that comes with it.
Sorry, I should have turned the ringer off.
No, that was a nice tie-in.
Awesome.
Jay, it may be May, but I know that hockey is right around the corner, and it looks like you're all ready to go. Thanks for the time as always.
Thank you. Thank you always for all the support and everything.
Hey, Michael here from M-Drive. My dad, a world-class scientist, actually made M-Drive for himself to stay active and continue enjoying life. And yes, M-Drive supports healthy testosterone, but it's so much more. M-Drive is the everyday supplement to fuel your drive with more energy and more strength. Listen, we'd love for you to try M-Drive too. Visit mdriveformen.com and we'll give you 20% off your first purchase. Just type in the code DRIVE at checkout. Refine your prime with M-Drive.